Good morning, beauties. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Yanni, and today's April 14th. It is super exciting. It is the season premiere of the last season of Game of Thrones. If y'all didn't know, I'm a Game of Thrones fanatic. Oh my god, you don't understand. So I am so excited. I am Game of Thrones out. I got the shorts, I got the shirt, I got the socks. Shit, I might even do me a Khaleesi makeup look because I'm so obsessed right now. So if you want to talk about Game of Thrones, that's what this Yanni card chat is going to be about, then grab a snack, grab a bottle of water, because you know we're trying to be healthy up in this joint, and keep on watching. So I have been a Game of Thrones fan for the longest time. Like, absolutely. I went from watching, I believe it was True Blood, to watching Game of Thrones. And I have to tell you, I freaking love Game of Thrones. It's been an obsession of mine from the first time I watched it. So I love, I want to say period dramas. And this happened to be like fantasy, a period type of drama, and it has action. It just is like the best freaking show ever. Whoever has not watched Game of Thrones, y'all suck. It's just it is so good. Like, oh my god, I cannot believe that it is coming to an end. So the season premiere, this is season 8, it's the last season, is tonight, and it's on HBO, and HBO has extended for Game of Thrones their episodes. So instead of it being like 55 minutes or whatever maybe, they're gonna be much longer. So it's gonna be like an hour and a half or close to an hour and a half each, because there are only 6 episodes in this season. And I am like so cringeworthy right now, because I'm like, 6 episodes? How are you going to like end the series with 6 episodes? Like, I don't understand. There's just so much that's going to devolve in these next 6 episodes that I'm just like, ah! So anyway, but yeah, so I'm excited. It is just the best show on TV. I don't know what I'm gonna do without it. I've waited over a year for this season. It is super hyped up. I'm hoping that I'm sure it is going to live up to its hype. I mean, this show like was a game changer, like quite literally. Like, the first season, they went ahead and they I'm sorry, it's gonna be a bunch of spoilers up in this Yanni's card chats, but in the first season, but if y'all haven't seen it, if y'all haven't even watched Game of Thrones, you know what, it's too late. Winter is here. Better luck next time. But anyway, in season 1, they went ahead, and the season finale of season 1, they killed off their main character. Like, the main character. Like, what in the hell is that? Like, it left everybody fucking stumped. Like, what? Like, what? Like, how you just gonna, like, and it just kind of like, that just drew everybody in. We were like, how is the show just gonna like go ahead and just kill off their main character? Like, what is that? Like, everything basically revolved around this character, and it was just like jaw-dropping, shock, heart attack type of thing. So, you know, I mean, like I said, this show is amazing. If you haven't watched it, you really need to, because it's incredible. I'm gonna be so sad that it's not gonna be on TV anymore. But I went ahead and I will rewatch. I actually bought the entire Game of Thrones series on DVD, except for obviously season 8, which is coming out now, and as soon as it comes out on DVD, I will be buying it, just to have my collection. It is based off of a book by George R.R. Martin, I want to say, or George R. Martin, I forget his name, if it's 2 R's or 1 R, and it's called The Dance of Fire and Ice. and I actually want to get the physical books. I know you can go on like, what is it, the Kindle Fire, Amazon Books, whatever bullshit, Audible and all that crap like that. But I am an old school girl, so I actually like to have like the paperbacks or the hardcovers or whatever, maybe. You know, like I said, I'm an old school girl. I like to actually sit there and open a book and feel the pages in between my fingers. I don't want to be stuck on a screen. I'm already stuck on a screen enough. So I rather read it, you know, old school style, just with a nice hot chocolate or a nice cup of coffee and just turning pages. So I want to actually get the entire series. And I think it's like $100. And I keep telling my husband, I want to get this book series. And he's like, yeah. So I have to get it. So I will be getting it soon. I wanted to get it before this series is over, because I know the prices are going to shoot up because there's not going to be a series anymore. So I'm like, oh my gosh. Although the books came before the series, obviously. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to try and see if I can get it before the series ends in May. Because like I said, it's only 6 episodes, and I'm sure they're going to be consecutive, and it's on Sundays. HBO, I want to say it's at 10 o'clock at night. I could be wrong. I don't remember because it's been so long. But yeah. And then I heard through the grapevine, because I follow like a lot of Game of Thrones pages on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and whatever I can find. I have heard that HBO would like to do a prelude series. So again, you have to like watch Game of Thrones to kind of know what I'm talking about. But it's like before what happens in the beginning of Game of Thrones, if that makes sense. Like they want to do like the backstory to where Game of Thrones starts. So that's interesting, because that's a really interesting story, and I would love for them to do that. I don't know if it's in the works. I don't know if they signed off on yet. I don't know if they're going to let anything or divulge anything yet, because again, the season is going to start today. I don't know if they're going to do it in between. I don't know if they're going to do it like right after or like a couple weeks before the ending. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I'm going to be watching very closely on social media, on Game of Thrones websites, everywhere that I could possibly get information. Yes, I will be on that bitch, because I want to know. I want to know if they're gonna do like a prelude. I think a prelude would be great. You know, I don't know if they would continue it after the fact, you know, like the after effects of what is going to be ending. I think that's just going to be too much. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what their plan is for this season, how it's going to work, these 6 episodes. I am unsure, but we shall see. So, aside from that, I do have, like I said, the DVDs. I want to get the books. So, let's talk about my recent outfits. So, you know that I got a Mother of Dragons tank top. I'm pretty sure that before you see, well, probably after you see this, you're going to see that I have another shirt that's Tyrion Lannister, and it's his saying. It's I drink and I know things. I have that. And then I've got this Game of Thrones, you know, tank top. I also have a pair of joggers that are the cutest. And I have these cute little basketball shorts that I have on right now. They say Westeros on the booty. So yes, I have that, and I got all of this apparel actually, and I have the pair of socks that say Khaleesi on it. But the pair of socks that say Khaleesi on it, I actually got at Hot Topic. So, and they're kind of a little pricey, but whatever. I got them. They were cute. But the other clothes, the actual apparel that I've been wearing that is Game of Thrones, I actually got at Target. I happened to just fall and stumble onto them, and they were really reasonably priced. So, you know, I picked them up. So I am ready, Game of Thrones appareled out. Got all my shorts on, my shirt, got my socks on. I am ready. It is 7 p.m. and Game of Thrones starts at 9 p.m. on HBO. Unfortunately, I don't have cable. So what's going to happen is this episode is supposed to be an hour and a half long. So I'm going to say it's going to end at about 10:30, 10:40-ish. And so at 11, I am going to attempt to go on my Fire Stick, because I jailbroke my Fire Stick, and I have an app called Cyberflix that allows me to watch the different shows and different movies and things that are in the theaters and stuff. So I'm gonna attempt to see if I can actually get on and watch Game of Thrones. So that means I'm gonna have to be off of social media from 10:30 to 10:45 p.m. tonight until I watch the first episode of Game of Thrones, which is gonna suck. I'm gonna have to like bypass all of the Game of Thrones stuff, even though I'm gonna want to read it and I'm gonna want to see these clips. I'm gonna have to wait, because if I don't get to see it tonight, I'm gonna freak out. I just can't. I don't have cable, and I don't plan on having cable again, because it's like there's no point at this point. Cable is just so overpriced, and I'm like, you can watch it so many other ways, whatever. But yeah. And what else? My favorite characters on there are Jon Snow and Daenerys Targaryen. Hello. I love Tyrion Lannister as well. Jaime Lannister is not what I thought he was going to be. You know, he's an asshole, but he's a man of honor. And he, you know, keeps to his word. So hopefully it does turn out that way. And what else? I'm just super excited. I cannot wait. I'm sure you guys are like, why the hell did she even film this Game of Thrones video? Or whatever, maybe this Yanni chats featuring Game of Thrones. It's just, I'm so excited. I've never been more excited for a show to come back. Oh my god, I'm so obsessed with this show that they actually have a language, 2 languages that they created. How do you create a language? But you do. They created 2 languages that I'm obsessed with trying to figure out how I can learn how to speak these languages. It's just ridiculous. It sounds so like sexy. That's the only way I can say it. Like, the 2 languages are Valerian and Dothraki. Oh my gosh, do I want to learn how to speak Valerian and Dothraki. Like, and I'm going to, because it's just so amazing. Like, I gotta tell you, as much as I'm obsessed with makeup, I'm obsessed with Game of Thrones. That's just it. Oh my gosh, the Game of Thrones. I've been waiting so long for this show. Like, the world, like, everybody who is a Game of Thrones fan must be freaking out, because we've been waiting just so long, like so long, just to see these last 6 episodes. And I'm just like, oh my god, 6 episodes, 6. Like, what are we gonna do with that? I'm just like, anyway. But yeah, I guess I am going to end this here and say, if y'all don't get into Game of Thrones, y'all need to. It is the show. They have like the most awesomest characters, the awesomest storylines. It's just such an intriguing show. Backstory. It's just everything. Like, I love it. I love it. I usually don't like certain fantasy like shows, but this one was just took it to like a next level. Like I said, I love it so much. I'm so sad that it's ending. Now I'm gonna have to find a new obsession. I don't know if it's something gonna live up to Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones just left like the most awesomest mark ever. I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, you know, we will find a show that we can relate on again. And thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the love and the support. And I will see all you beauties and Game of Thrones fans in my next video. Bye.